Well, good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. This is Dr. Kim, your mind doctor, and I am here with our special guest. I'm going to be bringing him up on stage in a minute. But first, I want to talk a little bit about Mind Your Mind 2025. Woo! I am so excited. So I want to give you a moment to jump in, jump in, come on in and join us. Let everybody know it is Mind Your Mind time. It is Mind Your Mind time with your host, Dr. Kim. So come in. When you come in, hit like, hit share. Let everybody know what time it is. Do you know? Do you know what time it is? Tell me, do you know? Remember that? Go back. Tick tock, tick tock. So yes. Mind Your Mind 2025 is coming back and live October 10th through the 11th, starting 6:30 with registration. 7 o'clock, we will get started with prayer, praise and worship. Bring up our first guest speaker, and we're going to just slide in. And then Saturday morning, for those who missed Friday, registration opens at 8:30, and then we will start our first session at 9 a.m. So I'm about to bring on stage Dr. Rodney B. Jackson. Dr. Rodney B. Jackson. Dr. Jackson is, I call him not just a triple threat. He's a triple threat. But this is also his third time joining the Mind Your Mind movement. And I'm so excited to have him be a part of Mind Your Mind for the third time. He's back by popular demand. When people ask, are you going to do Mind Your Mind? They say, is Dr. Jackson coming back? Actually, they ask if all of my speakers are coming back. And so I'm so grateful that his schedule opened up. Dr. Rodney B. Jackson is the Chief Academic Officer and the Academic Dean at Beulah Heights University. And so we are about to join to the stage Dr. Rodney Jackson.
Hello.
Hello.
Great to be back, Dr. McKenzie. Looking forward to the conversation tonight.
Yes. Our conversations are always interesting. So look, please don't let me close this show out. We have two giveaways tonight. We'll be giving away two free early bird specials. I've had people sponsor. Thank you to Cheryl Robinson. Thank you to Amber Scott. They have sponsored two early bird registration tickets. So we will be giving away two tickets on tonight. Yes. So Dr. Jackson, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Wow.
Let the people know who is in front of them right now.
I'm born in Atlanta, Georgia. Born and raised here in Atlanta, Georgia. I have been my evolution through life has included being a pastor for 30-something years.
Okay.
At Word in Action Ministry, where my brother is Bishop Wiley Jackson. And I was a senior pastor and the one behind the scene building the structure for the vision that the bishop had. And also been in education for over 30-something years, teaching in many different areas, religious study, leadership, psychology. So I'm a multidisciplinary person.
Okay, a multidisciplinary person.
So have been in, have enjoyed life and have lived a good life. And just excited about empowering people to function at the highest level that God have called them to function.
And what does that entail?
It tells knowing who you are,
Okay.
number one, and knowing your family history
Okay.
and how your family history has played a role in shaping you into who you are right now.
That's good. And so I know at the conference, you'll kind of be delving into that a little bit. And I want to share with the audience a little bit about your topic. I just want you to give them a teaser. Don't go all the way into it, but talk about the impact that knowing our family history and our family dynamics, how that shaped who we are today. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes, I think that, for 40 something years in ministry, I would work with I worked with over 1,000 families and and maybe 500 individuals. But one of the things that has been a constant theme that would come up is trauma and and understanding the multi-generational aspect of that trauma, how it impacts the family and how it continues to pass down the generations. So oftentimes I think that when people come to you with a problem, it usually comes with the surface problem, but once you unpack that, it always goes back to the family. And understanding that emotional field that you were born in and how that emotional field shape you and how you think, how you feel, and how you behave. So that's, that's been the key to helping people to unlock themselves and understand how they played a role and how their family played a role in the crisis that they're facing in life right now.
Yeah, yeah. And so you brought up the impact and the importance of multi generational. I know, and I'll always bring this up. I was part of your book club, and I always get the author's name. I think I make the last name the first name, and the first name the last name. Is it Gatlick
Atlas.
Atlas? That name always gets
Yeah.
twisted for me. But when the book talks about emotional inheritance and how we carry the emotions and some of the unseen trauma and seen trauma of our ancestors and without even knowing it. And so in that particular book, she was doing counseling sessions with different individuals, and every single individual, whatever they was going through, it really had nothing to do with them right there in the moment, other than that it impacted them. But it was from something from like a mother, a father, a
Yeah.
grandparent. So can you address that?
Yeah. She does a good job of helping her clients that she saw to make the connection to this emotional inheritance. And the emotional inheritance is the emotional pain, the secrets, the trauma, the losses, and from past generation that her client had no idea happened. In today's time, with the science of epigenetics, has proven how the trauma of the previous generation can pass through the DNA to the present generation.
Yes.
And one statement that she says that this unresolved emotional inheritance haunts us like a ghost.
Yes.
That the challenges and the trauma of the past generation is still yet living in the present generation.
Yes.
So and that's why for me in working with people, helping them understand their family history or their family legacy or their family emotional inheritance or the trauma is a key to setting them free to live their life to the fullest.
Yes. Yes, that book was very powerful for me, very meaningful, and it actually set me on the path that I'm on now. Is I
Mhm.
remember this one particular book club, and you were talking to us, and you said when you help people, And then it was just like I had been walking around in the fog for like the past 3 months.
Mhm.
Like, what's my purpose? Why am I here? Where's Waldo? Are you my mother? Walking around like that and realize that it just stood out in so big letters when you help people. Then it was just like, I'm supposed to help people. That's it. I'm supposed to help people. I'm like, okay, Lord, what am I supposed to do to help people?
Yeah.
And clearly he said, finish what you started. And I'm like, well, I done started this, I done started that. And then he reminded me that back at this time, it was around August, September 2022. He reminded me that I had started school for counseling back in
Yeah.
2012. And he was sending me back to finish what I started in the area of counseling. And so that was the door opener. That was the beginning of my journey down this path. But I do want to stop for a second and give a shout out to Burrell, Hambrick Fixture. Thank you all for joining. Chantrice Reed, Shakita Thomas, my cousin Chris Spriggs. Thank you all for watching. Hey, hit like, hit share, let everybody know we are live, and it is Mind Your Mind 2025 time with our guest and panelist, Dr. Rodney B. Jackson. So, Dr. Jackson, this will be your third ride with us. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. It's such an honor and a privilege.
My
What
pleasure.
can the people expect? What
Well,
can they expect from the conference overall? And then what can they expect attending your session?
well, they can expect to understand themselves from a deeper level than a
Mm,
surface level.
okay.
Because in emotional heritage, they're going to understand how this family, how to begin to look at their family from a family system perspective, and understanding that our parents was doing the best they could with what they got from their families, and being able to locate themselves in this ongoing uh, unspoken histories of our families, the things that we did not get told or we're not conscious of, but to be able to make the connection and how that is impacting how you're functioning now in your family or in your relationship network.
Pretty much you're kind of like your family dynamics, your family history, it shapes and informs who you are today, your behavior, how you act, how you respond. So can you speak to that for us?
Yeah, your personality is basically how you think, how you feel, and how you behave. That's your personality. But now, how you think, how you feel, and how you behave, it had to come from somewhere. And when
Mm-hmm.
you think about the family is the emotional unit. I stress emotional unit, that we interact with each other at a thinking, at a feeling, and a behavior level.
Mm-hmm.
So how can I know myself if I don't know my family?
Mm. That's
So
real good.
yeah, that's where the story began.
Mm-hmm.
And then understanding my family, and understanding this reciprocal process that take place in family, that we interact with each other at a thinking, feeling, and a behaving level,
Mm-hmm.
and how that plays a role in how we're navigating our lives now. So I think that the family is the origin that we all have to go back to if we want to evolve to another level.
If you want to evolve to another
Yeah.
level. So
Yeah.
that's the key there, because some people don't want to evolve. Some people are okay being mediocre, okay staying the way they are, okay dealing with the same trauma, the same battles, the same emotional saga, if you will. And Mind Your Mind 2025 is an opportunity for you to at least get to start the string,
Mhm.
start the pulling of the string. You may not get the entire thing raveled, but at least it would get you focused and thinking in that direction. Is that what you would fair to
Yeah.
say?
Yes, I think that, and another way I would say it also is that it takes courage. It takes
Mm.
courage to grow up. It takes courage
Mm.
to evolve, and it's about taking the deep dive to begin to not continue to ask the question as to why am I doing this, but to ask the question, what happened to me?
Mm.
And I think that in understanding that and able to have a way of thinking about it is where true healing come from.
That's good, Dr. Jackson. It takes courage to grow up and courage to evolve. That's real good. That's real good. And you said something very profound that part of this process of maturing and evolving is asking the question, what happened to me?
Yeah.
What happened to me? And how do they find that out?
Well, it takes, you know, um, and most of the time when I'm working with a client or working with a couple, I use what we call a family diagram. And
Mm-hmm.
some know it as a genogram,
Mm-hmm.
but it's a way to draw out your family and see your family in a concrete way through the circles and squares that you put on there, and to begin to start tracing this emotional process. For instance, raising the question um, about your parents. Because here's the thing, most of us never really get to know our parents as young adults or
Mm-hmm.
teenagers.
Right.
So, getting a chance to know them at that level, it help you understand um, their emotional process that they uh, transition to you,
Mm-hmm.
and to begin to stop the blame game, but to begin to take responsibility for how did you function
Mm-hmm.
with your choices and decisions as you grew up.
Mm-hmm.
So, and with the family diagram, I take them back 3 generations
Mm-hmm.
so they can see how this emotional process has transitioned from generation to generation, and what were the changes, and how is it showing up in the present generation.
Yeah, because many people, they'll we're keen to understand and know that we get our parents' features, like, oh, like I have my dad's nose, I have my mom's smile. We're so quick to understand that and know that I got my mom's shape. But nobody really stops and pay attention to, I have my dad's trauma, I have my grandmom's emotion, I have, kind of unpack that a little more.
Well, the thing about trauma is that um, even you know looking at it and thinking about it is this unresolved stuff, this family secret pain, things that have happened, and how did the previous generation make sense of that,
Make sense of it. Yes.
and 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 when you begin to see how they made sense of it, you can begin to understand the impact that it had on your parents or your siblings, and how is the present generation making sense of the trauma of the previous generation.
That's so good. That is so good. We have one of our participants on Facebook, Pastor Kim Allen, said, I didn't understand about her mom until after her death.
Mm.
So the whole time she was living, she really didn't catch it. She didn't get it. But once her mom died, then that opened up to her. That was, she began to understand. So I want to ask, where does this, I mean, I know it doesn't change, but how would someone that's adopted, like how would they tap into this these emotional processes or this multi-generational
Well, oftentimes you start first of all with that emotional context that they're in right now, the parents,
mm-hmm.
and you begin to raise the questions as to how do they begin to search out their parents or their family connections. So it takes a lot of work and it takes commitment to um, go and search out their family history. If they can find a relative, um, it's almost like shaking the tree.
Mm-hmm.
You heard the saying that the apple don't fall too far from the tree, and that's really true. That if you begin to shake that tree to find out a relative, do the agency that uh, handled their adoption, what history is there, and how to begin to look at that history and think about that history.
How would you help someone to do that?
Well, first of all, starting with what they know, starting with their adopted parents or the family
Okay.
that they are located in, and begin to raise questions there with their adopted parents to see what they know
Mm-hmm.
about uh, their their mother, their father, their family relationships,
Mm-hmm.
and then begin to also looking at the dynamics of their relationship with their adopted parents,
Mm.
and understanding that emotional process that they were a part of in their adopted family.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not an overnight journey, but it's starting the process.
Starting the process.
Yeah,
Being courageous enough,
being correct.
mature enough to start the process.
Exactly.
So I would like to open up. If there are any questions, you guys can drop them in the chat and we will try to get to one or two of them. Shout out to Carolyn and Bart Scott. Welcome to Mind Your Mind 2025, Pastor Kimberly Allen, and to my buddy that's healing, praise God for miracles, Kimberly Richbo Peterson. Bless God for you guys. Thank you. Shakita Thomas. Thank you. Mother Flint, Blanton, Fleet Blanton. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So if you have a question, you can go ahead and drop it in the chat. I want to stop and take a station break to remind you that Mind Your Mind will be here at Stone Mountain Park at the Evergreen Resort, Lakeside Resort. October 10th, Friday evening, and then all day Saturday, October the 10th and October the 11th. That Friday, October the 11th, we will be acknowledging two things. And so we have the merging of two things. One, it is World Mental Health Day. October the 10th is World Mental Health Day. And then we're also going to be acknowledging Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Many people don't know, and people are starting to get, be shocked to learn that I just came through a journey and got victory over breast cancer this year. Praise God, He was with me in the process, and my journey wasn't extreme long. God came in, He did it. And so I would be sharing what that was like. What was my mental processes like? How did I mind my mind after getting something that could possibly be fatal? What was I thinking? What did I go through? How did I apply my own principles? And when we will be celebrating breast cancer survivors and those that are in the process. And so Friday night's theme is Mind Your Body, healing from the inside out. And I think that it's going to be, it's going to set the tone and set the atmosphere for Saturday when we focus on our mind. So Friday we'll be focusing on the body. Saturday we'll be focusing on the mind, and we will be wearing some shade of pink or a pop of pink or something on Friday, and then Saturday we will wear our Mind Your Mind t-shirts. So again, thank you, thank you, thank you. So we have a question. The question is from Pastor Kim Allen. What happens when you can't go any further in your search of answers about your mother? I'm assuming that's what she's saying about your mother.
One of the things that I challenge people in that particular situation is to locate a friend of your mother,
That's
maybe
good.
her high school best friend or one of her running partners, someone
Mm,
you can look outside the family, look to those relationships that individuals that are in the family had outside the family.
that's good. That's good because you know you don't think a lot of people um think that once like someone transitions that that's it, that you
Yeah.
can't get any more information, that you won't be able to learn about yourself, and then people that are adopted. But that was the good thing when you said that you start with where you are. Start with the
Yeah.
adopted parents. They may know something about your parents. You know, they may get offended that you want to know, but I think that that's a good start for that. You were about to say something.
Yeah, because the thing of it is, the more you can understand your family history, even when it's painful and
Hmm.
or partial, can it help explain the patterns of your family?
Hmm.
So you look at close relationship that your parents had, and you talk to them. You ask them the questions about who your parents were and how did your mother and father come together, and it's amazing what that conversation would begin to lead you to.
Hmm. Yeah. So listen, you guys, we have been graced with the presence of Dr. Rodney V. Jackson. Um, that Saturday that we have Dr. Jackson kicking us off for group therapy 1, then Dr. Joy Beckwith is returning for group therapy 2, and then we'll have a panel discussion, and then our final group therapy 3 will be Bishop Kevin Foreman. You guys were introduced to him back on September the 9th, so he'll be kind of closing us out. And so I am so excited. And so we want to give away a ticket. We want to give away a ticket. So this first ticket we want to give away is the first person that inboxes me. The first, it's not even difficult. It's not even hard. The second one is we're going to run our contest again. We ran the contest before, and you will have to email us at info dot info at kimberlymckenzie.com and tell us why you want to come to Mind Your Mind. Email us at info at kimberlymckenzie.com. Let us know. Why do you want to come to Mind Your Mind? So the first person that messenger me will be one of the winners. And then the second winner will pull from the pool like we did before. Why do you want to attend Mind Your Mind? Why do you want to come to Mind Your Mind? Um, Let us know why. I can't multitask, you guys. You want to come to Mind Your Mind 2025. So Dr. Jackson, we're gonna get ready to wrap this up. We didn't want to come out here and be all long. We just really came out to just tease the people to let them know the type of conversation and dialogue that will be taking place, the type of transformation that will be taking place. And again, I am so excited and so elated that your schedule opened up, that we were able to get you again and to get
Hmm.
you tonight to come out. So before I have you close out and share how people can contact or reach you, I do want to let everybody know that September is Suicide Prevention Month, and we say check on your strong friends. I just say check on your friends because it can be a weak friend, it can be a strong friend, but just check on them and then do your own self check. Have your buddy system in place that if you deal with like suicidal ideations, you deal with depression, you might deal with anxiety and worry, make sure that people know. Make sure that people know so they can look out for you to make sure you stay around and fulfill your purpose here in the earth. And here in Georgia, you can dial 988. You can dial 988. And that might be the national hotline. I didn't get a chance to look it up, but you can dial 988 and speak with someone if you're having issues. And Dr. Jackson, you coach as well.
Yes, I do.
So, but I'm gonna let you tell us how can people contact or connect with you.
The best way to contact me and connect is through my Facebook page, Dr. Rodney Jackson. You can DM me, and love to talk to you, connect with you. And
is there a period on that, doctor, or is it just Dr.
And
then Rodney
Jackson?
Okay. So yeah, there's someone that you can reach out to. I know I was seeing Dr. Jackson for a period of time, like right around that time before I was able to get into that wonderful book club. We need to run that again. We say it every time, but we need to run that again. We need to get this book club going on with emotional inheritance with Dr. Gatelet Atlas. I believe it was like 12 chapters, so we kind of went about 12 or 13 weeks. Yeah, we need to run that again. I think we're going to plan it to take the year out. How about that? So we're going to launch it at the conference, okay, Dr. Jackson? We're going to launch it. We're going to launch it.
We'll see.
We're going to launch it.
We will see.
And we'll make it budget friendly, right? We're gonna make it budget friendly. But we know anything you get for free, you don't
appreciate it.
Appreciate, yeah. See, we got a joiner right here. We got Pastor Kim Allen. She said she would join. Maybe Minister Kimberly Peterson, she may join. But yeah, if you feel like you need to talk with someone, don't do it alone. Don't do it alone. Make sure you reach out for help. If you can't reach out to a friend, you got a hotline, and then you have Dr. Jackson. Eventually, give it a couple of years, you're gonna be able to reach out to me. Well, I can coach you, but like therapy. So Dr. Jackson is the guru. He's the ins and outs of mental processes and all of that. And he'll get you right. He'll get you right. He'll get you right.
Thank you for the promo.
All righty.
But I want to say I appreciate you having the courage to do this, because in this particular traumatic time that we're living in, to be talking about the topic that you're talking about is really a blessing and helping a lot of people.
Yes.
It truly starts with your mind. And
everything does.
And I like the way you say it, mind your mind, because you have to be very intentional about mental health. It doesn't just happen by osmosis, but it happens with intentionality.
Intentionality. So we're logging off, but you almost really just did it. I was going to ask, was there one last thing that you wanted to say to our listening audience before we log off?
Well, looking forward to seeing them at Mind Your Mind. And then later on, they could come to my conference at the university.
Oh, when is it?
It's October the 25th, 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock. And we will be talking about intergenerational trauma impact on the Black family.
10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Yes.
Any information on your Facebook page?
It's all over my Facebook page.
Okay. And what's it called? Intergenerational
trauma impact on the Black family.
That's going to be hot.
Yeah. So,
intergenerational trauma on the Black family.
Intergenerational trauma impact on the Black family.
On the Black family. I want to do this before we go so I can post this. I'm going to just ping your Facebook page here. And then we will close out. So don't forget, the first person who messengers me will win, and then you can enter the contest the second way by, I cannot multitask. You can end the second way by sending us an email at info@KimberlyMcKenzie.com, and we will be sure to let you guys know tomorrow who are our next winners. We just had 3 winners this week. Well, we announced them last week. We had 3 winners. So
hey, Joy.
Okay.
I'm about to get off this phone.
Mute yourself, doctor. Mute yourself.
Yeah, I thought.
Mute yourself. Okay. All righty. So we are closing out. I went to your page to copy and bring it back so that people know how to connect with you. I probably can come in that morning. I have an engagement in Macon that afternoon, evening. But yeah, so I just posted how people can connect with you.
Thank you.
All righty. Okay, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. God bless you. Do enjoy Jesus for the rest of your day.